Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new season of Director's Cut, live from Studio A. I'm your host, Ryan Drew.
And I'm your co-host, Alyssa Gale. Something about this feels different.
Right? I just can't seem to put my finger on it.
Oh no, I got it. Okay, you got a new haircut.
Aw, you notice?
Yeah.
I think we should keep going with this flattery.
Okay. I love that we're back for a new season of Director's Cut.
I kind of meant for me. But speaking of love, we asked Hofstra students what their thoughts on rom-coms are and have a look at this rom-com edition of The Take.
Welcome back to this episode of The Take. Let's get tangled up in some lovey-dovey answers.
My favorite rom-com would either be 10 Things I Hate About You or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
My favorite rom-com is Crazy Rich Asians.
My favorite rom-com is She's the Man.
What is my favorite rom-com? Crazy Stupid Love. I love that movie. It's in the name.
My favorite rom-com. Probably When Harry Met Sally.
My favorite rom-com is Shrek 2. Okay, everybody leave, yeah.
Does that count?
Yes, it is. My favorite rom-com crush is Channing Tatum in She's the Man.
Chad Michael Murray in A Cinderella Story. He's awesome.
Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice.
My rom-com crush is gotta be Ryan Gosling. That guy is sexy in every single thing he's ever been in, and he's never failed.
My rom-com crush is Benjamin Barry in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I think he's perfect.
My rom-com crush, Jennifer Lawrence in Silver Linings Playbook. Go Birds.
My favorite rom-com scene, I think it's in 10 Things I Hate About You when Heath Ledger is singing Can't Take My Eyes Off of You to Kat.
My favorite rom-com scene is probably when Viola from She's the Man, like she takes off like the wig and she just like proves that she was a girl. It's so cool.
So my favorite rom-com scene is in the movie Mr. Right when Francis is teaching Martha how to throw knives. I just think it's such a cute little scene and it's like them getting to trust each other. It's so perfect. I love it.
I hate love triangles. I hate it. I hate them because, like we all know, okay, this is my thinking. If you really loved the first guy, there wouldn't be a second guy. So you should just pick the second guy.
Yeah. The worst romantic trope is those like kidnapped crime ones that they are forced to fall in love. There's There's you'd be surprised. They're like the Wattpad ones. That's probably the worst. I don't know. Okay, you're
Okay.
The worst romantic trope is when one of the characters is just weirdly whimsical. They're like, I love running in the rain, and I don't know. I just sing to myself sometimes. It's just me. I hate that.
My worst trope would be the brother's best friend. There's something a little off about it to me.
when there's a flight involved and the female lead has to get on the flight and leave. I hate it. I hate it so much. So overused. I am getting on the flight because you can always have love, but you're not always gonna have money.
Do I get on the flight or do I not get on the flight? Is it expensive? Is it an expensive flight? It gets more expensive these days, and if that's like $600, I don't have that right now. I'm not liquid, so I don't think I'm gonna get on the flight.
Do you get on the flight or not?
I don't get on the flight, I stay. I have nowhere to go. And I hate taking flights by myself.
Ryan, I think I figured out what's different.
I think I did too.
Okay.
I
Maddie's
crashed
gone.
Maddie is gone.
You crashed
Maddie
my
is
car.
gone. Wait, so if you're there and Maddie's not here, then how are we supposed to do the housekeeping?
Oh, jeez.
Hey guys. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, it's Matt Card.
How long have you been back there?
A while.
Okay.
It's not important though.
Okay.
Anyways, I want to talk about Madam Web
Why?
okay.
because I saw it recently and
Yeah, that is a
because
good question.
I have a Regal subscription.
Okay.
And it was out. I did not see it on Valentine's Day though.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that to myself, but I genuinely did enjoy the motion picture.
And a bunch of
So
people
what
didn't.
about this motion picture did you find to be enjoyable?
How bad it was, but how you could see underneath the movie, you could see people trying.
That they tried their best?
They did try.
Participation award at the Oscars.
They will. They're gonna get one.
I think bad movies, like good bad movies,
Yeah.
are only good because it's someone earnestly trying and failing.
Mm.
I think movies where people try to make it bad, it's so good, like Sharknado, doesn't really reach to someone of like the heights of someone just falling flat on their face with their
sad.
dreams.
Sharknado did better at the box office.
Is that true?
Probably.
Honestly,
I'm
yeah.
just guessing.
Even though Dakota Johnson said you will see it twice, and I'm considering it seeing a second
said
time.
that?
She did. Did you not see the video?
No.
Her direct address to camera where she goes, Madam Web is so good, you're gonna see it twice.
I'm not even going to see it once.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've seen that. Madam Web, a lot of people were saying were snubbed for Best Picture at this year's Oscars, but there's a lot of other snubs and big wins at this year's Oscars.
Yes.
I agree.
For
true.
me, the biggest snub was Iron Claw not getting any nominations. I thought that movie was wonderful.
Can't wait to see it. I haven't
too.
seen it yet.
You guys have any opinions on the Oscars?
I only saw half of the Best Picture nominations as of right now.
What about
but
the actors?
the actors? I've seen some actors. I can't remember them off the top. Paul Giamatti, I really like.
There you
And
go.
the holdovers?
I'm a Giamatti head now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a big Giamatti guy.
I'm a Giamatti
Did
guy.
you like how they were held over?
I did. I would
Another
never
thing
do
that
it.
I hope is held over a little bit. A couple years ago, I went to go see Wicked on Broadway with my mom, and it was a pretty good show. So I hope they're able to hold over that quality onto the movie coming
Yeah.
out.
That was a
I've
And the
seen
trailer
it
was just
twice.
released.
Yeah.
It stars Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
I have a lot of thoughts. I've seen it twice. Love the,
movie?
no,
mo-
the
already?
Broadway
It's
musical.
not out- Alyssa's not out yet.
No, I've seen the Broadway musical twice, and I love the Broadway musical to death. It's one of my favorite shows. I am just worried that it's not going to have any justice to a movie because a lot of times the transfer is not amazing, you know. So I'm hoping they give it some justice. I don't trust Ariana Grande, but I'll let it slide.
See, I've listened to Defying Gravity.
Just that song.
Yep, and I hope they do that well. That's my only hope.
That's
I
your
thought
only
the
thing.
trailer was good, and it was a big trailer to come out of the
It did
Super
look-
Bowl.
yeah.
But it wasn't the biggest trailer to come out of the Super Bowl. That was Deadpool 3, which is now beat Spider-Man No Way Home for the most watched trailer in 24 hours of release.
That's
I
crazy.
love Deadpool. I will never be quiet about how he's my favorite anti-hero, villain hero, you know. I've seen 1, 2, and 3. Not 3. I've seen 1, 2, and
You
want to
keep
see 3.
seeing all these
Quiet!
movies that haven't been out yet.
You get all these sneak peeks. Now, I think the movie's really interesting, and I think it's going to be a lot more ambitious than the other ones.
Have you even
Having to
seen
bring
1 and 2?
back all
I have
the,
not seen either Deadpool's, but I have seen Madam Web.
Doesn't
About to
get to
see it
speak.
twice.
You're about to see Madam Web twice.
Yes, I
You
I
are?
hope Deadpool 3 does tie in the fact that Madam Web is a Marvel character.
So I think Marvel's setting itself up to have all its eggs in one basket, all like the superheroes in one thing. I think Deadpool 3 is going to be one of its largest steps
I will.
forward
It
with
interests me
that.
so much. I will be watching the first 2 to watch the third one.
You should. I think you should. Definitely better than Madam Web.
Something that's also getting a sequel is Kung Fu Panda 4.
That's not a sequel, but yes.
Well,
It's a 4.
It's the 4th one. What do you
It's a
mean
4th
it's not a
one.
sequel?
What, sequel to 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Is that how that works?
One,
Yes.
yeah, it goes 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then usually there's 4.
Yeah.
Didn't you just call sequels to whatever?
No,
I think it looks bad.
I really liked the first 2 Kung Fu Panda movies.
I did
Middling
too.
on the 3, and it kind of looks okay. But well, Matt, thank you for joining us on our couch here tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I've never jumped over a couch on live TV before.
Yeah, it gets old quick. Trust me.
When we come back, we'll be joined with our special guest, Andrew Garcias.
Wait, I thought I was your special guest.
Nah, you're just a guest, and you're a little
No.
special.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, could I at least do the toss?
Yeah,
Yeah.
buddy, you got this.
We'll be right back without me.
Zarbsco for donating that basket. Love you guys. Have a good night.
I had invited Nick to my house after the first show as like a type of like celebration. he never showed up.
Sometimes I'll smell a hint of Versace Dylan Blue in the air, and I'll just start violently crying.
Whoever took Nick, if you touch a single, delectable, shiny, precious piece of his well-maintained hair, then I swear to God, we're gonna come for you, and I'm gonna eat your and no one's gonna have idea what to do.
Welcome back. We're here with our special guest, Andrew Garces, to talk about his short film, Ricky and Antonio Meet God. Hi, Andrew.
Hello, hello.
Before we watch the first clip, can you tell us a little bit about the film?
Yeah, of course. It's about these two 7-Eleven workers, Ricky and Antonio, who meet a homeless man who claims to be God and then drugs them. But yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Now let's take a look at Ricky and Antonio Meet God.
Oh, I'm so tired, man. Yeah, but it's Thursday. We got ourselves a 3-day weekend.
Sans gas. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Ricky, Antonio, did you guys ever clean up that spill by the slushy machine?
I'm pretty sure that's Rose's job.
Well, he said he was dealing with a customer at the time that it happened.
Well, it's still his job, since that's why you hired him.
Guys, come on. I like you guys. That's why I hired you. Look, I'm going to tell you something I tell my children all the time. I gave them a new beginning, but don't make the same mistakes. I'll put Gabriel on it, just for today. Enjoy your 3-day weekend.
I guarantee that man has a gun. Just say, world's greatest dad. Just how many children does this guy have?
I don't know, man.
So you want to go to Olive Garden and then go see a movie?
Dude, we literally did that last weekend. And the weekend before that.
Yeah, but it works. It's nice we have a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, but it feels like we're doing the same thing every single weekend.
Come on, man. We do the same thing every single weekend. What do you expect? We work at 7-Eleven. We live in Hampton, New York. There's really not much to do, you know?
I know. I want to do... I don't know. I want to do something. I want my life to not just suck.
I can help you with that.
Jesus Christ!
I know him, actually. I think he's a DJ nowadays.
What are you talking about? Why are you following us?
I've been watching you two for a little while now, and I think you can help me with something.
With what? Why are you watching us? Wait a minute. Who are you?
There's no easy way to admit this, so I'm just going to come right out and say it. I'm God.
You got? Please, man, I need a Zed.
It's true. I can show you, but be warned.
You know what? Prove it. Wait. Seriously, what's happening?
Do you believe me now?
God!
Call me Jeremy. We have much to discuss.
Alrighty, welcome back, Andrew. Yeah. It's a wonderful short film. I heard that it's actually like a spiritual successor to another short film, though.
It is.
Is this true?
Yeah. So 2 years ago, a young Ryan Drew wrote a film called Ryan and Anthony Go to 7-Eleven. That film was directed by my cousin Ben Garces, Moon Shigmori. Great production. But what matters is the sound guy, Jay Rajani, uploaded that film to his YouTube channel without telling anybody, not even the writer nor director.
This is true.
And it would become a cult classic, reaching 58,000 views. Jay Rajani, inspired by that success, would write the spiritual sequel, Ricky and Antonio Meet God. Renaming the characters, of course, so you can get sued by a certain party.
Of course.
And on that Ryan and Anthony set, there was a certain second AC that was inspired. His name was Andrew Garces. And Andrew would go on to direct Ricky and Antonio based on the principle of nepotism.
Oh, okay. Nepotism always works out.
Of course, and worked out here.
Me personally, I want to know how you went about choosing what 7-Eleven location to film at. Was it just coincidence, or was there a really nice 7-Eleven that you thought?
Yeah, so how we did that was we went to a bunch of 7-Elevens, and they all said no, and then one guy was like, yeah, I guess so.
There you go.
Yeah, and then that's how we got to 7-Eleven.
So this is a different cast from Ryan and Anthony. How'd you go back trying to like replace those roles, make those roles their own unique thing from Ryan and Anthony?
We had 1 week of pre-production, so I scoured the internet as to who was available at the time, and I said yes to anyone. And specifically it was Antonio, who we were sort of struggling to find, and we found this weird Russian man from Brooklyn who just moved to this country about 2 months ago. And he said yes to the role, and we flew him out right away.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I think it's very cool. I do wonder though, with the filming and like the angles, I saw there were some pretty like high angles, I'm assuming for like the, you know, the perspective of like him being a god and things like that. How did you come up with your shots for that?
We were inspired by 2 particular films. If you've seen Transporter 2, the Taken series, and Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed, we were trying to copy the blocking from those films.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made those films stand out as inspirations for this story?
Jay Rajani wrote one scene with like 8 characters at a table, and I didn't know how to block that, so I had to go look at the Scooby-Doo films because those had like 5 different characters. So we'd refer to that blocking as like Scooby-Doo blocking.
So the film was filmed outside and stuff. Did you have any difficulties with like the weather, like cars passing by?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There was a lot of cars passing by. We filmed in, I believe it was November, and it was really cold, and most of it was just exterior, so had to keep the crew warm and stuff like that, and yeah.
It looks really good with the shots and everything. Was there a certain aesthetic you were going for, minus the Scooby-Doo, of course? And
Yeah. We were trying to copy this famous director, Kevin Smith's style.
Okay.
Specifically, we were inspired also by the Tony Hawk soundtrack, and I really tried to incorporate as much ska into the film as possible because I really want to bring ska back. And yeah.
It's quite niche, I think.
I don't believe so.
It's so interesting to learn about your creative process. Let's take a look at another clip from Andrew's film.
How much money we collect?
So far, $10,000.
Dude, we're gonna be able to quit 7-Eleven.
Wait, where's Jeremy? Jesus Christ.
Greetings. Name's Uriel.
What kind of name is that?
Dude, shut up. How can we help you today?
I've been hearing stories from my conjugation of a man claiming to be God, and then he's giving people cheap parlor tricks in return for money. You know, I want you two to listen to me very carefully. I need you guys to stop that right now.
I don't know, man. Have you seen that wine in a water trick?
I've dealt with fake gods my entire life. And I gotta tell you, Big Man is not all too happy.
You know what? I'm tired of all the lies. We know the truth. It isn't God up there, it's Satan! Lies! Blasphemy! God told me. The real God! Look! There he is!
What's going on here?
This priest here, Ursula, says you're not God.
It's okay, my child. For $10, I can make you believe.
Enough! You're not God!
For $20, I can make a burning bush happy.
I've done my research. I know who you are.
What's he talking about?
I have no idea.
I brought my brother.
Brother? Adam! I'm sorry, what's going on?
Yeah, my name's not Adam. It's Michael. And I'm Jump Street.
Yeah!
Justice real?
And I'm here to arrest that man! God? That man is not God. His name is Jeremy Strong.
What do you mean?
He just escaped prison, and he's a drug dealer.
I have no idea what he's talking about. What? Hey, what's up? Hey, what are you doing? Stop! No! What? Yo, man!
Wait, are those?
Hallucinogens, Cytophane, Sabrinophene, LSD, PCP. Given his track record, probably crack as well.
What? How?
Guys, I'm innocent. It's all true. My nickname back in prison was Walter White. I jumped you guys and everybody else to get what I needed. Just enough money to get to Mexico. I'm actually an atheist.
How did you do that?
Pressure point. By the way, you guys are free to go, but I'm gonna have to take all your money.
Seriously?
Yeah, evidence.
Andrew, that was a really cool looking wall. When you started filming, did you go in with the idea of using that wall, or was that just a lucky thing you happened across?
That wall is actually a couple minutes away from my house, so yeah, we definitely just picked that wall on purpose.
I wanted to know, like, in your opinion, who do you think the antagonist, if there is one, is in the film? Because all of them kind of have their own little, like, the cops at the end asking for the money. Like, who do you think is the true villain in this?
Let me think. I would say maybe capitalism, because
Yeah, the duality of man.
Yeah, I'd like to think it was 7-Eleven really, and just like the corporate underworld of how that all happened to be.
Just a little man being pushed down into selling drugs.
I mean, that's why they got drugged in the first place.
So now that the film's complete, is there anything that you would go back and change?
I would want to add more ska to it. I think ska is such an underrated genre and underappreciated, and I'm so sad that I can add even more of the Tony Hawk soundtrack into it.
So can you elaborate on what ska is?
Ska is basically punk rock, but trumpets.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even more.
So what drew you to this ska aesthetic? The ska-aesthetic, if you will.
The ska-aesthetic?
Ooh, I like that.
If you've played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Okay.
I have.
Actually, 1 plus 2.
So 3?
No, that's 3 plus 4.
That is.
Yeah, 1 plus 2
that
is
would
its
be
own
7.
title.
I'm not sure if
I mean, see, this is what I mean by capitalism.
That
Yeah,
is
I
true.
know.
Yeah.
That would be great if
Just,
there was a Tony Hawk Skater 7. I think
But
so.
yeah, the soundtrack to Tony Hawk is so underrated, and that's where I discovered my true love of ska.
Okay.
Specifically the band Real Big Fish and Goldfinger.
Okay. Are they
Name
really
drops.
that big?
I mean, not now, but back then.
They were
past
they were
thing.
ska.
They were skaing around.
They just couldn't stop skaing.
Skaing around.
Yeah, especially on 7-Elevens. They would ska
So is
heavy.
this like is this a word you're making up, or is this like an actual thing?
It's real.
Ska's a real
It's
thing.
a real
It is
ska.
a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ska's a real
That's
thing.
awesome.
I'm trying to bring it back.
They've had them
Through
in
Ricky
a
and
couple video
Antonio.
games. Yeah.
So I heard the actor, the Russian actor you said, he was trying to hide his accent a little bit. Did you just let him flow with the accent, or were you trying to have him speak in a New Jersey accent, New York accent?
No, I let him flow with the accent. I think
Okay.
I really wanted to showcase that diversity of New York with
It's true.
this particular person.
Melting pot. I think so.
I also tried to incorporate, because he smoked a lot, so I was like, smoke whatever you want, smoke during scenes, and yeah.
So those were actual cigarettes? Those
Yeah,
weren't-
those were actual cigarettes.
So how many cigarettes did he need to smoke over the course of the film for
How many
you,
packs?
for like continuity?
Yeah.
It was quite a bit. I would say, I think, around 2 packs a day.
Oh,
That's
wow.
a lot.
Yeah, it was really hard giving him direction, because he would just constantly be blowing smoke into my face, and like, I have asthma, and I'm like, I'll take it.
That's no good.
For
Oh,
this
wow,
film,
okay.
yeah.
No good.
I'm glad to see that you were that passionate about it, that you were sacrificing your lung capacity
Thank
for
you.
it.
Sacrifice. I do have a question. With the pressure point scene that we just saw there, is that true? Do you think any pressure points in the forehead could make you not lie?
I'd like to think so. I mean, he was a former drug addict in terms of the film, so.
So you're saying that trick works on former drug addicts?
Yeah, basically.
Only former drug addicts.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. Before you go, Andrew, what's the worst date you've ever been on?
One time my date fell asleep during a 4DX screening of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Ooh.
I think I know someone that's had it worse, though.
Ooh, I think you mean me. It all started. when I
Nah, it
was-
definitely wasn't you. Not everything's about you. It's about some other guy. I think we should go take a look.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Patrick.
So, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a writer. It allows me to express myself, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I actually wrote you something. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
I like the way you look. I like the way you dress. If I were to ask you out, I hope you would say yes. I like the way you listen when I talk about my poems. And I like that for the first time. I feel like I'm not alone.
Hi, I'm Julie.
I'm here for you.
Excuse me?
Listen, really, the only reason I'm here today is I'm trying to win my girlfriend back, okay?
And they'd be Ben's partner. They'd be Ben's partner, yeah. You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
So, what are your hobbies?
Sword fighting. Defending damsels. You know something? Life is cruel, thus requiring strong and brave defenders. Anyone who says something different is selling something.
Hi, nice to meet you. Ooh, tell me about yourself.
You like cheese?
Yes, I love it.
You know, they say onions have a lot of layers, but cheese reveal a lot about a person.
I agree.
Especially Gouda. Can I say? I'm the man.
I actually do have a much worse story. It all started a couple years ago. When
Guys, I made it. I'm back. I'm here to help. How can I help?
Nah. And thank you guys, this is the end of our show. Thank you so much for joining tonight to kick off a brand new season.
If you'd like to keep up with the rest of the upcoming season, make sure to head over to our Instagram at DirectorsCutHU. There you can find exclusive content like interviews, unaired shorts, and so much more.
Also, make sure to give us a follow and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And thanks again to our special guest, Andrew Garces, for sitting down with us. Until next time, I'm Ryan Drew.
I'm Melissa Gale.
And I'm Matt Card.
And this has been Director's Cut.